Teihatteihi, 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 teihatte. Takkitta, 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 tei, 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 tam. You must be wondering what ma'am is doing. Yes, you are right. I was dancing, isn't it? Some body movements with some bowl. I did some step. Yes? And you have guessed it right. This video we are going to talk about the subject dance. Do you like dance? I am sure you all love dancing, isn't it? Good morning and namaste. Myself, Kavita Satish Kumar, faculty at Silver Hills Public School, Calicut. I will be discussing today the basics of dance. So let's find out. Okay, so what is dance? Is it a game or some form of exercise or some body movements where we are expressing and we are dancing on some music? What is it? So let us put this word dance, let us find out what is dance. Let's frame it into words. So dance is an art form which connects mind and body through movements performed in a rhythmic pattern, expressing in various forms and styles. You just now saw that I did some movements. I used my hands, I used my neck, I used my eyes, and I used some bowl and did some steps. Isn't it? You watched it right now. So dance is an art form where we use our body movements expressing something in a specific rhythmic pattern. In other words, we can say dance is an expression of untold happiness and reflecting through body movements along with music. Yes? So, when we are happy, we dance, isn't it? We want to celebrate, we dance. So, even if we don't know much about so many steps but we are happy, we dance. Yes? Right? So, dance is an expression of untold happiness and reflecting through our body movements. So, through the body movements, with the expressions, along with the music, which all becomes dance. So, in short, body movements, expressions, put together in a rhythmic manner, it becomes dance. Simple. Right? So, you must be doing dance, you must be learning. Many of you must be learning, taking some proper professional trainings from your guru in a specific style, because there is so many dance styles all over the world. Right? Okay. So, as I said right now, there are many types of dance forms. There are different styles of dance forms. So, through the panorama of diverse dance styles, where festivals, occasions, mythological stories, or even theme related topic, a performer expresses in a unique style, showcasing its culture. So, what does that mean? Okay. As you can see here, few pictures. As I said, there are many dance styles all over the world. We will be discussing further in details regarding the dance styles, different dance styles. But right now, as the basic outlining, what we will be talking about is there are many dance styles where they express their joy through the body movements, incorporating with music. They express the particular thing, like festival. So, when the festival comes, we all dance, whether solo, whether In group, in schools, when we celebrate festivals, we dance, students dance on stage. Yes? Right? Okay. And in occasions like wedding or when something happy moment comes, we dance. Mythological stories like where we need to express, we take a story and through dance we express certain theme or story, and along with the music we convey the message to the audience. And the topic, theme related topic, for example, the current situation we are facing, COVID. So there you must have been seeing so many videos on YouTube channels and so many other platforms. You must be seeing that COVID, like wearing mask, wearing mask, you need to hand wash. So all those body movements, through the body movements we are conveying some messages. So dance plays a very important role when we need to convey our message to the audience. We use our body movements, we use our expressions, and along with the lyrics and music, we convey to the audience. So as I took the example of COVID, so right now as we all are into this pandemic situation, so what we need to do, we need to wear the mask, we need to hand wash. So through the lyrics, we need to be very strong, we need to face this particular situation very strongly, very positively. So all those things are also conveyed through dance. So there I was taking the example for theme related topics. For example, for the rain, if we want to show the rain, how the beautiful birds fly and they come and they enjoy the water. And all those things are easily conveyed through dance. As I was discussing, like where we use dance to express something to the audience, we use this art form. So there are many dance styles with their rules and regulations, with their specific steps. And the costume, the language, the music style, everything is incorporated all together. So here, as you can see the pictures, it's all different. We have so many dance forms. I took few examples just to show you how they are different from each other. As you can see, this is Odissi with the entire costume, makeup, you can see, and the hand gestures, what the dancer is trying to say. Here it is Kathak, it has its own style of presenting. Here you can see one of the folk from north, then here you can see Mohiniyattam, yes, this ballet. So each, as you can see in the picture, each style, each dance style is different from each other because their way of presenting the steps, the way of conveying the things might be different. It is different from each other, and that's how it varies and that's how it is differentiated. That this is Mohiniyattam and this is Odissi, this is ballet, this is folk dance and this is classical dance from North, Kathak, and that's how we differentiate each dance forms. Okay, as I asked you that many of you must be learning dance forms. Many of you must be dancing for enjoyment. So outlook about dance for each individual differs. For some, it's fun. They simply dance. No rules and regulations. They just dance. Okay, for enjoyment they dance. For some it is an entertainment. They love watching dance. So whenever the performance comes, might be possible they won't be dancing, but they love to watch dance. For some, it's a celebration. So whenever we are very happy, the festival comes and we need to celebrate, dance does play an important role, and definitely everyone dance. You agree with me? Yes? No? So whenever we are happy in all the occasions, whether it is wedding or whether the festivals, whether the school functions or the functions inside our house, outside, wherever it is, dance plays an important role. We dance, right? And for some it is meditation, which I meant to express is, like sometimes we are all stressed out. So for some, when they dance, when they practice, so they can ease their stress and they are recharged. They become, again, they are all set to do further work. For some, it is a meditation. And for some, it's an exercise. Though these both are correlated, it is in a way correlated to each other. Like for some, it is an exercise. They do take half an hour time in their daily routine. They practice so that everything is got recharged. They use energy and they exercise, and then all set to go further. For some, it's a passion. So they take a proper training in a specific dance style from the renowned gurus. So they do undergo specific training. They do study about dance, because dance is a vast subject. It's not only about performing, there is too many theoretical things also connected with that subject. It's so many things. For example, I'll just tell you, see, if I use this mudra also has a name. If I use this also mudra has a name. For example, when I use this mudra, Alapadma, so this has a name. In classical dance, we use this mudra. If we are using this mudra is also having a name, Katakamukha. So, see, I'm showing a flower, and then this mudra is used for showing a bee. So each and everything has a name. So performing on the stage is different, and when we go into depth, each thing is having a name and significance towards it. So, and once a person takes this as a passion, and then one foot forward takes as into the profession also. So that means passion which makes further into profession. That is where I said, just performing for joy, for entertainment, the dance subject is beyond that. They do have theoretical material connected to it. There is so much things to learn about it. Okay. Components of dance consists of, there are many things. When we talk about dance, so there are so many things interconnected. For example, body movements. See, when I came and I danced, I used my hand. As I was discussing that, I used my hand, I used my head, I used my eyes. So I used, different parts of the body is used. So body movements. Steps. Steps means footwork. So we are using our leg, whether to turn this side, whether to turn that side, whether to jump. So we use our legs, our footwork. So there it comes steps. So dance, body movements, steps, then comes expressions. So dance is, again, as we said earlier, body movements, expressions, all put together with music, it becomes dance. So expression plays a very important role again in dance because we need to express, right? For example, if I need to say something, expression, okay, go on. So I have to say, or I have to say, I'm searching. So without using the lyrics or without I am speaking about it, I will. So in that manner, the audience immediately can make it out, yes, the performer is searching something. So there, this means expressions, okay. Then music, rhythmic pattern, what we were talking about. Body movements along with expressions put together in a specific rhythmic pattern, it becomes dance. So music plays a very important role in dance. For example, when we are taking some topic, we use the lyrics to convey and background the music is going on. It can be in an instrumental music. We use lyrics to convey something. We can use only the music piece. That means only the music, instrumental music where there is no word, but still we can convey our messages through dance. So music plays a very important role in that. These all things are basically, when we are talking about dance, we all incorporate these all points. This also means is a part of the choreography. Mentioning here space, like a small area. Okay, we need to use the small area to express something. We have to set here, we need to express something here only. So what kind of space we are using, a small space or we are using a large space, it all depends accordingly. Place where you are performing. So whether you are performing on stage, whether you are performing on other platform like house or inside the house. There are many dance forms where we perform on the stage and we perform inside the temple. So there are categories where, according to the occasions or festivals, we perform dance on required places. Okay. Timing, and now see timing, when to perform. So there is a timing to that, in fact this include this is all these topics is vast. So we will be discussing these things into details in the later sessions. But basic like timing, coming, when to enter, when to exit, when to turn, when to jump, when to take the circle, timings and all those things, and also when to perform. Like each festival we have our specific date and timings, so the moment those festival comes, the moment those occasions comes, we plan for a dance performances, right, isn't it? Okay. Tempo, again this tempo is related to the topic music, because tempo like speed, first speed, slow or medium speed, or it is very fast dance. So all those things are again related to the music, what kind of dance we are going to perform. Okay. So those things come under that category tempo, whether slow dance, because there are many other dance forms which is very fast, which is done very slowly, which is done in a specific. That's why I said rhythmic pattern, because each dance style has rules and regulations which are done in a specific manner, whether in a specific rhythmic manner or in a specific style. So that is why we talked about that. Energy, definitely. When you dance, you do need energy, lot of energy. isn't it? So you just simply can't just dance like this. You really need lot of energy. Dance is equal to energy. Yes? Okay. Then occasion. Yes. So we have discussed that thing before, but then dance, whenever the occasion comes, whatever the occasion is, according to the occasion, the dance is also executed. Theme, as I took the example, theme related topics. So whatever the theme is, according to that, the dance is set, the choreography is set, and then expressed. The output is given through dance and it is expressed to the audience. Language, yes, as different dance style has different languages, the lyrics are different, and then they are choreographed, they are set, the choreography is set in that particular language and then conveyed to the audience. Okay, so this is an outline of the subject of the word dance. So let's find out in a, let's elaborate this spelling of dance. D stands for dedication, dexterity. So D stands for dedication. So whenever the students who are going and taking the training, professional training in a specific dance form, dedication is must. We all know that. And dexterity, it's like the specific, where the specific hand movements are included. So D stands for dedication and dexterity. A stands for artistic and signifies abhinaya, artistic. As dance, it is an art form, artistic. Signifies abhinaya. Abhinaya means expressions. In other word, in dance language, expressions. Abhinaya is expressions. N symbolizes nature, nritya, neat. Yes, the dance has to be neat. We can't just dance shabbily, is it? No. When we are conveying something, we need to convey it properly. So it has to be in a neat manner. Nritya, yes, it's another word. Nritya means dance. Nature, yes, it is included, no? Because when we are talking about dance, it is automatically connected with nature. There is so much things because we grasp all those movements from the nature, like, showing the birds, showing the tree, and all those things. Like, we will be discussing in detail, these all things we will be discussing. This is just an outline, like what is dance. So C beholds culture, costume and coordination. So each dance form represents its own culture. For example, if we take Kerala, Mohiniyattam is there, Kathakali is there, Kaikotikali, and from Rajasthan, if we take an example of Ghumar. So each dance form shows its culture, and with the costume we can make it out, yes, this is Kathakali, or this is Mohiniyattam, or this is Bharatanatyam. So costume also plays an important role when a dancer is performing that art form. Coordination is very much important. So whether a dancer is performing alone, that means if the dancer is performing, giving a solo performance, coordination is important. Why? The performer has to coordinate with the music, has to coordinate with the space. We were discussing about that in the previous slide, space, you remember? Okay, so the performer has to coordinate with the music, the performer has to coordinate with the space, with the lyrics, and because if the lyrics says to say, so the performer has to convey that particular message, that particular word. When that word comes, the performer has to convey that exactly on that point. So the coordination is very important. So whether you are performing alone or whether you are performing in group. So when you are performing in group, so everyone's coordination is very important, because when the teacher teaches you that you have to take your hand all together at one go. So suppose for example 5 students are dancing together and the teacher tells you that tuck you have to do. So all of you have to, 5 people have to do that ta. You have to do in that particular music, that point you have to stretch your arm, or you have to see there. So those coordination, because one is doing like this, one is doing like this, gone. So dance is all about, again as we were talking about neatness, yes, when we see it presentable, right. So the teacher tells you about that, how to coordinate, how to do that. So you know, this particular line needs this requirement. You need to walk in a lay, you need to walk in a rhythmic manner. Means you just can't walk like this. If the music is there, you need to walk 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So according to the music, your teacher tells you, you have to walk like this, and you have to set, like your step is set according to your music. So in that lay you have to walk like this. If for example, if your teacher has told you tak dhimi tak dhimi tak dhimi tak dhimi, if the teacher has told you to dance like this, that means you have to dance like that, because you have to coordinate with the music. Your step has to be linked, because already the teacher has framed the step into that music. So now you have to coordinate and you have to justify that. So there comes the coordination, whether the performer is performing solo or group, coordination is very important. Then E stands for expressions. Yes, so I was just talking about expressions. So expressions is something when we uses our face to convey a particular meaning. So that is expressions. Essence, rasas. And now here rasa means feelings. Okay, expressions, okay fine, I did like this. Okay, I was searching, I did like this. But then it is not complete. Why it is not complete? Okay, teacher told me, yeah, you are searching something, please look from here, you look there. So I looked from here, I looked there. So I did the expressions. But no, you were convinced that I was searching something? Did you make out that I was searching something? No, I don't think so. Because what I did, I just moved my eyes from here, I moved my eyes here. But I kept my hand also. My teacher told me to keep my hand here, and I kept my hand here, and I just moved my eyes from here to here. So can you make it out that I was searching something? No. Why? I did expressions, but no, that expression was not complete. Why it was not complete? Because it did not had rasa, essence. What do you mean by that? It did not had feelings. Because when we need to convey something, we need to feel it. Then only we will be able to convey our message 100% to the audience. And there the dance plays an important role. And now the same example, if the teacher told you that you have to search, you have to convey the message to the audience that you are searching something. So now how you will do? Mixing the expressions and essence into that expression. How you will do? So here what I did, now can you guess what I did here? Now can you make it out? What did I do here? So I was searching, and then again I searched, but then I did not find anything and I got sad. Yes, you were able to judge, you were able to make it out, the expressions and the rasas together when I mixed. Did you guess what I was doing? So here, this is what I was trying to tell you, that when we use expressions, essence, the rasa, bhava, and the rasa is very important. We need that feeling to be attached along with the expressions so that the message is conveyed completely and correctly. Now I'll take a small example here, like for example Krishna. Okay, the Krishna is like, I will just do a small part. Now you have to guess what I did. Okay. So what I did here, did you find out? You were able to guess what I did here. Yes, you were right. The Krishna was just walking around and he saw gopiyas going to fetch water. So what idea he had? He took a stone and just threw it, just to disturb gopiyas. And then when the gopiyas were like, did you do? No, me? No, I did not do. I don't know who did it. So here, I did not use any kind of dialogues. But then with my mudras, with my expressions, I could convey the message to the audience. So it is very important. These all things, when we are talking about expressions, we are talking about mudra. Yes, to specify certain things, like when I am using it in few dance forms, we use Krishna, we use this mudra, somewhere we use this also. So the immediately when we use that mudra and then, the audience can, yeah, Krishna came, yes. So the moment we do this, this has the meaning, yes, Lord Shiva. So we are depicting Lord Shiva. So that's how each mudras and each expressions is easily conveyed to the audience. Okay, so this is just an outline where we were just trying to divide the spellings D-A-N-C-E, how we can in our own words, how we can express this particular art form dance. A small assignment to you. Will you just write this D-A-N-C-E in your own words, what you think, like D stands for, A stands for, N stands for, C or E stands for, in your own words, what you think, what is dance for you. But just a small point in there, when you are writing, when you are saying about this dance, that particular word should be connected to the art form dance. Okay, so like dedication, yes, you do need, when we are talking about dance, when we are performing, you do need dedication. When we are talking about dance, yes, it is an artistic art form and signifies abhinaya. Then in the N, yes, neatness has to be there. C, culture, costume coordinations. So just make sure that when you are expressing that DANCE, when you are just writing, just on a piece of paper, just write D, what you think, what is dance for you. Okay. So this we were talking about what is dance overall. Body movements, expressions, music, space, time, entry, exit, and then different costumes, coordinations. We were all talking about those things. So there are many dance forms like classical dance, folk dance, folk dance of India. I have taken a picture from folk dance from abroad. Like there are other folk forms all over the world. We have, as I said, each dance style, they represent that particular place culture. So all over the world we have different kinds of dance forms. So they represent their culture. Western dance, you must be familiar with that, isn't it? Western dance, many of you must be liking it also. Many of you must be taking training in classical dance. Many of you must have performed folk dance on the platform of your school functions. So you must be familiar with that. We will be taking these topics in detail in other sessions. But just an outline of that, the various dance forms, classical dance forms, folk dance, western dance, and there is a small like cinematic. We usually when we have occasion like wedding and all, you take the cinema songs and we just dance freely. And when you actually choreograph or when you dance with your cousins, see, coordinations is required. What we were discussing earlier, coordination is required. You will come first, and then we will do it, then two people will go, and all those points are actually into choreography, but then dance do need coordination, right? So cinematic dance, then fusion. Fusion, basically what it means is, in one particular piece we are just incorporating different dance styles into one. So that is a fusion. So we will be discussing the various dance forms under these categories in our next sessions. So classical dance, as you can see, which dance picture is here? You are familiar, right? Kathakali? Yes. Folk dance? Bhangra? Yes. Which is from Punjab. Okay. And then Western dance, you have salsa, jazz, zumba and all. Okay, fine. So these are the basic names like classical, folk and western, and further they have the subdivisions of these dance forms. Okay, so this comes to an end of today's session, where we have actually talked about an outline of the basics. So what is dance? What all things are included when we actually we perform? So rules and regulations are required, are there in a specific dance forms, and what all components of dance. So these all things are there when we talk about the subject dance. Okay, and I took the basic outline of the subject dance. We will be talking in details in our next sessions. Hope you liked it and you understood now what is dance. Yes, so see you in the next session. Thank you so much.